With 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, the score is tied. Paolo Banchero and Chet Holmgren's future teams are going at it, and suddenly it is a one-on-one battle. In these final 2 minutes, Chet is guarding Paolo is guarding Chet, and both of them are the only ones making plays for their teams. With that in mind, who do you think wins? What about Jabari Smith? He was right in the mix for number one. Many thought he was going to go number one. Who wins there? Jabari versus Paolo, Chet versus Jabari, or most importantly, out of these three guys, who is the most loyal? Because when we look back at past NBA drafts, we love to redraft and re-rank the best players. However, shouldn't we be asking, what is our team going to get out of this number one pick? Is this number one pick worth it? Is it worth, as a fan, going through all of the tanking garbage to get that number one pick to then perhaps get what we all want as fans, that NBA championship, that Larry O.B.? Well, as we just saw for number one pick Andrew Wiggins, he not only won a championship with a completely different team than the one he started his rookie season with, the Minnesota Timberwolves, but also Minnesota traded away their franchise player in Kevin Love for Andrew Wiggins. The Cavaliers got a championship out of that trade. They had the Kyrie Irving three-pointer, the LeBron block. They got the championship they wanted. The Golden State Warriors got a championship out of the next Andrew Wiggins trade, as we just watched Steph Curry cement his legacy and cement a Golden State Warriors dynasty, as Andrew Wiggins was perhaps the second best player on that team. Meanwhile, the team that had Andrew Wiggins as a rookie, the team that actually had that 2014 number one pick from the beginning, well, they just had a very, very tough loss in the first round of the playoffs this season. One of those teams is not like the rest, but what did we hear? Andrew Wiggins was soft. He didn't work hard enough. And then suddenly Andre Iguodala is saying the complete opposite. He's saying that Jimmy Butler always respected Andrew Wiggins and always respected how hard he worked. What's up, guys? Mike here, and this is not a video about what Andrew Wiggins was doing as a number one pick in Minnesota. This is a video about what is the true value of a number one pick, because again, as fans, we are the ones that have to watch the tanking. We are the ones that spend money on the tanking if you go to the games. And then if you were a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, you were unfortunately the fan that had a front office that allowed the reputation of Andrew Wiggins to be soft to happen, then traded him away and watched as he went Super Saiyan in the NBA Finals. So we've got a lot to talk about here, because what really is the true value of a number one pick when you consider that? Also, quickly, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications if you still want to talk basketball this summer, because this summer I'm still talking basketball, so if you want to too, I've got you covered. Heading back to the video though, in terms of career sample size, Andrew Wiggins has played a full 8 seasons in the NBA, so we are going to start with his 2014 draft and finish with Joe Smith's 1995 draft, a 20 season sample size with a good amount of data. And it is here where we find that out of these 20 number one picks on your screen, from 2014 to 1995, only 3 won a title with the team that they originally started their rookie season with. That is a 15% chance of winning a title with the number one pick, and a 10% chance of watching that number one pick you had as a rookie win a title with a different team, as both Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Davis did this with the Warriors and Lakers respectively. A 15% chance to win a title, a 10% chance to help someone else. That doesn't sound the best, and again, we always like to talk about who is the best player from each draft when looking back at them. However, as a fan of the team that is drafting, it matters to me for sure that Andrew Wiggins did not have his success with the Timberwolves, and instead was arguably the second most important player for that 2022 NBA championship run. In return for Wiggins' contributions to the Golden State Warriors dynasty, Minnesota essentially got D'Angelo Russell, who's a great player, but that is not equal value. And when looking back at the trade even further, oh wait, we also see that Minnesota was given the opportunity to trade away a draft pick that became Jonathan Kuminga. So again, what was the real value in Minnesota trading away their franchise player in Kevin Love for that 2014 number one pick in Maple Jordan Andrew Wiggins? Heading back to this list of 20 guys though, taking a look at Tim Duncan, you may have been screaming in your head, what about a guy like Tim? Because in anyone's eyes, Tim Duncan is the best number one pick you could ever draft. He stayed on the exact same team his entire 19-year career, and in those 19 seasons, Tim Duncan was a 15-time All-Star, a 10-time first-team All-NBA selection, a 2-time MVP, and most importantly, a 5-time NBA champion with the team that drafted him, With the team, he started his rookie season with the San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan was named first team All-NBA for the first time as a rookie in 1998. He was named first team All-NBA for the last time all the way in 2013. He won his first title as Finals MVP for the Spurs in 1999, and then was still a major part of their title team in 2014. He is, by every definition, a true dynasty talent.
But before we continue, guys, I'm very excited to say that this video is sponsored by Roman. And if you didn't know, 52% of men actually suffer from ED. Let that sink in for a second. That means more men have an ED problem than don't. However, even though it is so common, I understand a lot of people are private. A lot of people don't want to talk about this kind of thing. But that is why Roman has you covered. Roman is able to connect you directly with a licensed US healthcare professional for a free telehealth consultation right from the privacy of your own home. And then, if appropriate, the provider will find the right treatment for you and also prescribe you effective medication for that treatment. Roman is someone you can trust. They provide both effective and FDA approved treatments for ED. On top of all of this, shipping is discreet. There's always 2-day shipping, and ED treatments start at just $2 a dose. And honestly, guys, the whole process is super simple. So if you think that Roman is something that will help you, you can head on over right now to getroman.com/Korzemba to complete your free consultation, and there you can find the right treatment for you. And by the way, by using my link, which will be in the description down below, Roman has also hooked us up. They're giving us $15 off your first order. Oh, and by the way, if you do use my link, which is going to be in the description below, and again, it's getroman.com/Korzemba, you are going to get $15 off of your first month of ED treatment, which is just a great deal. Roman is hooking us up. So again, guys, that is getroman.com/Korzemba. And for now, let's get back to the video.
The value of players such as Tim Duncan is just incalculable. And to be fair, now looking back at this list of 20 guys, out of the last 15 teams, as a few had the #1 pick a few times, 7 total titles were won by those teams. 7 out of 15, that sounds pretty solid. 7 titles in 20 seasons sounds a lot better percentage-wise as well. Only, this data is extremely skewed by one man, Tim Duncan. Old Man Riverwalk, and I will of course admit you can certainly land an absolute home run in a dynasty creator in Tim Duncan. You can also win the lottery in real life, because the thing is, the same thing about Tim Duncan applies to Andrew Wiggins' current teammate. It applies to the number 7 pick of the 2009 draft, as Steph Curry has certainly been the main piece in the dynasty that has been created in Golden State. So yes, the value of landing a player like Tim Duncan is not able to be calculated. How do you put into numbers a player turning both a franchise into a dynasty while also having a tremendous impact on that area's economy, while also leaving a lasting legacy that will never die as long as the NBA is around? A guy like Tim Duncan alone would make #1 draft picks worth it if Tim Duncans always came in the form of #1 picks. They do not. They certainly do not. In the last 40 years, there have been exactly 5 players that have won 3 or more championships with the team that drafted them or the team they started with, while still playing the highest quality of basketball anyone could. Those 5 are Steph Curry, Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird. 2 of those 5 were #1 draft picks, which brings me back to the original question we had. Who is the most loyal? Who is going to stay? Because yes, the city of Cleveland will always cherish that #1 pick. Oh wait, that second #1 pick. Oh wait, that third, that fourth. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett. 4 #1 picks resulted in 1 championship for the Cavs. But meanwhile, LeBron James has 4 championships himself, 2 on the Miami Heat and 1 on the Los Angeles Lakers. Winning the championship, no matter what, is the best. I am sure Cavs fans will take that, but 2 of those #1 picks were needed to win that championship on the court. 1 was needed to get Kevin Love, and the other was Anthony Bennett, who I don't want to pile on. So what do you think at this point? What is the value of a #1 pick? Do you think it is worth it for a team to waste their entire season and waste their fans' time and possibly money tanking for this type of possibility? Is the #1 pick really worth it? And do you like this topic? Because personally, I love this topic. I think we can, and I want to go deeper. I want to look at the value of all of the lottery picks, 2 through 14 as well, and then come back with even more to talk about, because I'm sure after looking at all of that, we'll have a lot to discuss. In fact, I'm sure we'll be able to pick what the best draft pick actually is. That would be really, really fun. So if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, and also comment down below that you did enjoy it. For everyone who's already subscribed, you're awesome. We we all know it. And for everyone who's watching in general, you are also awesome and we all know it. Have a good day, guys, and cue that music.
If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. I mean, personally, I think the one on the left might be more your style, but the one on the right looks pretty awesome too. Click one, let me know what you think, and again, have an awesome day.